Hey, good afternoon, more Medic One. Today we have an Echo trimmer on the bench. It's the SRM 225, and the customer just requests just replacing the primer bulb. He states that it's been sitting up, and he feels that the primer bulb is the only thing wrong with it, because he said when he went to push in on it, that his finger basically just went through the primer bulb, and as you can tell, it's pretty well dry rotted. Well, we're going to replace it for him. Figured to make a good quick little video for you guys. The first thing you want to do, or that I'm going to do, is I'm going to spray the area off with some brake parts cleaner, because you don't want any dirt going down in your carburetor when you take this off. I like using brake parts cleaner. It's not as caustic, and it doesn't attack plastic parts and rubber parts like carburetor cleaner would. Go ahead and blow off the area with some compressed air. I'm not going to use full force. I love this little screwdriver set that I bought, and I think I bought it at the Home Depot. And there's the number on it. What it is like a 6-in-1 or something screwdriver, and it comes with all the different bits. Here's all of your Phillips, and I'm going to use the biggest one, which is this one. And on the other side, it's flathead, and they all store in the go ahead and put this one in the screwdriver, and they all store in the end cap or the butt of the screwdriver right here. It's got a little detemp ball, so when you push it up in there, it keeps it from falling out. See if I got you a good zoomed view there without me getting in the way too much. Let's go ahead and just loosen these screws. If I remember right, this carburetor won't come apart too bad if you take these screws off. It's a little wobbly on there. Sorry about that. See if I can keep it from wobbling for you. I've got the shaft of the trimmer softly clamped in my vise, and I just want to get a close-up of this so you all can see really what I'm doing. Okay, I've run into a little snag. That screw won't come off unless I loosen up the air filter base. It's a T27, just loosen up the 2 carburetor screws. I'm not going to take the screws all the way out. I'm just going to loosen them enough to clear the screw, and that should be enough right there. If I remember right, this primer base is held on with another screw in the middle. Yes, I'm correct. Right here on these Zama carburetors. So you'll just basically just install a new primer bulb. Pop the old one out. Slide the new one in your bracket. Like yay. Start your screws in a crisscross pattern. Don't tighten them up yet until you get them all started. Wiggle, 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 wobble. Just work your way crisscross till you get them. You know, you don't want to gorilla tight these. They've actually got little serrated heads on the screws that help hold them. When you tighten them, you can feel them biting in. So I mean, just use your own discretion. You know, they're little screws. I'm sure there's a torque spec, but I've never seen one. Just tighten them down. Tighten your carburetor mounting bolts back up. Let's see if she'll fire off anyway, even though we're not supposed to be seeing if it runs. We're just strictly doing a primer bulb. Of course, you know how that goes. I can already tell these fuel lines are hard as a frickin' boulder, but we'll see if it runs. Go ahead and flip it off to on. Choke it. Uh-oh. I ain't believing it. See how quiet that is? I'm gonna try to throttle it up. I bet you it's got a plugged exhaust. Seems to be idling okay. It will not rev up. There's one of two things. Either your exhaust string is plugged up, which is it's really quiet. So I'm pretty 99% sure that's what it is. Or your ignition coil is stuck in the retard mode. Your ignition coil is faulty. And I've actually seen coils run at idle but won't rev up because it won't advance the timing. So let's get this screen pulled off and see if we can get this guy going. I'll just have to tell him that man, I wasn't going to let it go and it'll stop the exhaust. Guys, I'm running out of daylight real quick, so I apologize for the lighting. My outside lights will kick on. My LED lights for the shop for the outside will kick on, and hopefully we'll be all right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this top cover off. Whoops, went the wrong way on you. T27s. There's one right here. The correct thing to do would be to pull that screen and clean it. But since I don't live in a national forest, I'm just gonna pull this screen out for test purposes. I'll clean her up a little later, put it back in. Got anything else anywhere? Spark plug wire. There we go. You don't have to take it all the way off, just let it dangle there. The screws for the spark arrestor screen are also T27s. There's 3 of them. One here. There, and one right here. Just go ahead and get those all off. Here's you a good shot of the muffler screen. As you can tell, this will get blocked up with carbon and deposits here, but the main culprit is going to be right here. May have to get you a razor knife or a blade, pocket knife, to lift that gasket up off of there. And as we can tell, that screen is just completely blocked, letting no exhaust through there. Let's reassemble it right quick and retest it. Alright, let's go ahead and see what she sounds like now. I'm not even going to choke it or nothing. It should idle okay right now. Switch on. Sounds a whole lot better already. Tell you what, you just can't beat a no echo. But I'm probably going to call him and try to upsell, even though he said all he wanted was a primer bulb. If I'd have shipped it with just a primer bulb, he'd have been madder than a wet hen and probably KO'd this thing across around a tree or something. But he was already pissed off it wouldn't start when he got it out of storage. So it's fixed. Whether or not he upsells, I'm still going to charge him, you know, for putting the primer bulb on, and it's a half-hour labor whether I did the daggum screen cleaning or not, so it's the same price. So it's not, he's not out any money. But anyway, if you have any questions about Echo trimmers, let me know. More Medic One. Oh, you know, I've been telling myself to keep trying to mention to y'all, if this video helped you out, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Tremendously has helped my channel if you'll just subscribe. And when you hit the subscribe button, right to the right of it is going to be a bell that pops up. If you'll click that bell, you'll get all my new videos that I post. And but anyway, I'll quit rambling and let y'all get back to y'all's rat killing. Y'all have a good day. More Medic One.